Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Tainted Grail. And today we have a new patch, but first I want to speak with the quartermaster before it gets too dark and he goes to bed. It's been a while and it's high time we speak about Gwilyn.
Let me guess. He's trying to rope you into his campaign against Avalonian seagulls.
Yes. Given that rumours of my involvement in his madness has probably spread all around I'm just seeing my lantern there, all around the keep by now, how did you come to hear of this?
It's a well-known story. All the keepers know of Gwilyn's obsession, but it's less amusing than it sounds. You see, Gwilyn is from a coastal village. His father, a fisherman, worked hard to feed his family. He instilled a deep hatred of seagulls in Gwilyn, claiming they were our greatest enemy. He taught his son how to kill them effectively, and insisted they were agents of the Fall Dwellers.
Do you think Gwilyn has gone insane?
Essentially, yes. But he wasn't always like this. When he joined, he just didn't like seagulls and avoided them. I gave him simple jobs away from the walls, and everyone was happy. Until one day, he asked to serve on the walls. I agreed because I thought he'd simply got used to the birds. I had no idea I would be contributing to feeding his obsession.
When did you realize he was getting worse?
I spoke to him. Between his rants, I heard a confession I didn't expect. When Gwilyn was only 7 years old, he saw a flock of seagulls attack his father and pluck his eyes out. Is it true? Or the ramblings of a madman? It's not for me to decide. Don't get me wrong, Gwilyn is harmless, and he's a good soldier, but he can't be helped.
Sounds like he's been watching one too many Hitchcock movies, and you know which one it is. Given that we've now increased our perception, this is a 50-50. Aren't you concerned that Gwilyn's madness might escalate?
Yes, it's crossed my mind. It's about time we gave the poor man some work away from those blasted seagulls. I'm thinking of keeping him busy around the keep. Indoors, where it's quieter.
I see. Well, I'm going to leave you to your work and go talk about the patch notes as we get ready to bed down for the night. So, there were two things that stood out to me as being quite interesting in the patch notes. The first one said that Marg will now give his remaining quests to you, even if you skip over talking to him at the end of Dead as Dreams.
It's nice to have a break.
I didn't know we were supposed to talk to him at the end of that quest on the way back to the keep, because there was nothing in the quest log about it, so apparently we could lock ourselves out of quests that he had in the past. Quests I never once experienced in early access, so I should go give those a try at some point. The other thing that really stood out in the patch note was the sentence, "Horses now have eyes." Now, I've only seen 4 horses in the game so far, and 3 of those were dead. And the one that was alive I didn't look at too closely because it had someone else with it. Were the horse's eyes literally missing? Was this a major issue? Or, is it a literal thing? Or were the horses just acting as if they were blind and completely unaware of people? I have no idea. But the horses now have eyes, so that's great. And apparently I didn't notice, because I didn't see any living horses, and the dead ones all had their eyeballs closed. Yeah, their eyelids closed. As our build grows, I may consider taking on Sir Abigail soon. I've made a few attempts off camera and actually defeated him once, earlier. But it was really difficult. Used up lots of potions and resources and foodstuffs, and don't even bother, mate. Just leave it. If you know what's good for you, you'll just stay there. And I won't have to kill you. Oh! At daytime! How? Okay, we're having another weird go. Oh, for fuck's sake! Actually, this could be quite bad. If we had to speak to the quartermaster again, we might fail that check. Oh well. How did that get there? Okay, no, we've rested. That's good. We want to go and see Marg. And now that we know one of those creatures out there, there's something else I should talk about, isn't there? Something really big that happened in this patch. Look at the bottom left of the screen. The life bar, mana bar and stamina bar have changed shape. And the 4 dweller power icon has also transformed. I don't like it. It looks like something that belongs in a slightly retro sci-fi game, or that you might see on the side of an old sports car. It does not look like something that belongs in a fantasy game. Now maybe that weird creature won't be here today. God knows how that happened, but I'll take it. It's the diagonal ending on the bars that makes them look like they belong in a sci-fi game. Now, regarding the orb, it doesn't have something in it anymore. Now it appears overgrown with thorny branches, like some sort of rose bush is growing over it. And I had to trim the rose bushes recently because one of the branches has been weighed down by the roses at the end of it for the last few years, and it droops down to about doorstep height and then straightens up again after the roses, you know, eventually drop off. Well, this year, as the rose season has come to an end, it's been like almost a month now, 3 or 4 weeks, and the branch has not straightened up anywhere near enough. It's very inconvenient, tries to, you know, rip apart my bootlaces every time I step up onto the doorstep. So I've had to cut it back. I don't like that change to the King Arthur's power button, because it makes it look like it's corrupted and rotten and scratching and hurting, rather than a positive good thing. The way it was represented before looked rather neutral. This, I mean, it might make more sense later on to the game, but it's giving an early impression that maybe it shouldn't give this early on until we know it better. Marg, I would like to speak with you. Apparently now I can tell you that I've dealt with the necromancer. He's dead now.
So he shares the same fate as his minions. Ironic, don't you think? Well, at least we'll have some peace and quiet around here again. And the dead might be restless for a bit. But I'm sure Hwardak will put them back to sleep.
Oh wait, you know Hwardak?
Aye, I do. He's a very pleasant fellow. I may not be very fond of his masters, but well, who am I to judge a man for the oaths he's bound to? And he has a lot of respect for the dead. I wouldn't mind having someone like him looking after me after I finally shuffle off this mortal coil.
Are you not curious about the details of what I've done?
You fought and you won. That's all that matters to me. We're both busy individuals. And maybe one day, if Avalon permits, we'll share this tale by the campfire. But for now, let's focus on what's in front of us. Since you've proven you're brave enough to face the undead, I take it you're not afraid of the night either, are you?
Depends on why you're asking.
I might have another job for you if you're interested. A little while ago, another traveler came through here bragging that he found a place where you could easily gather ethereal cobwebs. He was supposed to return with proof. But, well, I'm afraid he may have met an unfortunate end, as often happens. But I'm still curious about the place he mentioned.
This traveller, who was he?
It's just a stranger who wanted to share the fire for a while. I never ask his name. I didn't see the point. There are those on Avalon who love the thrill of braving the night. They don't usually live very long. I think he mistook me for a kindred spirit.
I see. And what do you know about ethereal cobwebs? You might tell me something I don't know already.
When you wander through the weirdness and observe the creatures it has altered, you'll notice a strange substance covering them. That's ethereal cobweb. But no one knows where it comes from. Although some scholars suspect it's the weirdness in its tangible form. I thought it could only be harvested from the bodies of those changed by the weirdness. But if that traveler was right, then there might be an easier way.
And what do you need it for? Perhaps to protect this camp of his?
Or to build a weirdness-repelling fire, of course. But if you're ever out at night with no safe place to shelter, ethereal cobwebs can save your life. It's like a temporary personal menhir.
Indeed, we were blatantly told about this at the beginning of the game. Can't you just go and check on it yourself?
But the problem is, ethereal cobwebs can only be gathered at night. And I'm not exactly keen on needlessly putting myself at the mercy of the weirdness. I've got obligations to the keep and my brothers in arms. I can't let them starve or freeze just because I'm a little curious, can I?
Quite right. You tell me where to go and check, and I'll let you know what I find.
That's good. Hand me a map. I don't know the exact location, but you should find it in this area. Good luck.
Just want to say, bet it's the Archspire. Oh look! It's the Archspire. Now, we have a rescue to attempt, so we might as well try that while we're at it. Did I just traipse through a fire? I probably did by the look of it. Oh dear. Right. Shield out, mace up. Let's go tangle with some Grindylows, who are much easier to deal with now than when we were about level 4, 5, 6-ish. Look, mate, if you're not going to turn round... Okay. And the reach on this mate is getting disturbing. And he knocked us sideways. Somehow. Let's practice our healing magic. And I'm aware that we can only get the cobwebs at night. So that explains why the night creatures always have ethereal cobwebs on their persons. Or on their bodies, rather. Interesting. And it would also explain why we see the strange stuff on the surface of their bodies. Now, why, oh why? Shouldn't pick any plants. Come in. Invisible hammer as well, eh? Okay, that's both of those, and we are now overburdened. Which is not a major problem, as it increases our chance of being out here by nightfall. I see a flame gobbler there, and I don't want to attract his attention. I'm also aware that a bear sometimes roams these parts. Perhaps we should read some of the inscriptions on the Archspire, provided we are not attacked while doing it. Again, this signpost here is from a quest that existed in early access and is no longer part of the game now. Or if it is, it's not here at this point. No longer available yet. As long as we can avoid the Flame Gobbler, we should be able to read in peace. And there's a chest. Hello. Did they change the lockpicking camera back again? Because it was so dark. They were here before us. Surprise. Many questions. We investigate if their work was safe. Great power flows within it, incomprehensible to us. Weirdness cannot help us. We approach it humbly. Perhaps some hammer practice is in order. We approached with respect. The tower allowed us to discover its potential. We don't know what it once was. We know that now it is the way home. Be careful, pilgrim. If you enter, your soul must be strong and pure. Our soul is not yet strong nor pure, but we're working on it. I see metal, and I have a pickaxe. This is a potentially skill-improving situation. This lantern does not have the glittering stuff on its outside, like the other lantern we've seen that seems to protect against the weirdness. So not all lanterns. Perhaps some had power once, but no more. I believe the lantern by Sir Abigor looks like one of those protective lanterns, but I cannot say for certain. I interacted with this already, didn't I? Yep. Well, let's go set about rescuing someone then. That's a massive skull. Look, 2 eyes, nose, teeth. You gonna come fight us or what, mate?
Show me what you are made of! Mine. Show me what you are made of.
I'm not sure why that knocked us back from a killing blow then, but
I see fear in your eyes.
can I parry? I think I did. Need to work on it some more. And heal. Okay, slow heal it is. There's a rather large cage over there. How are we doing for time? Oh, plenty of time. We don't need to loot before opening the cage. And something we could mine, but let's be a decent person.
Mather favours me. Open this and release me.
Not so fast. They must have a reason for keeping you here, after all.
Are you serious? And here I thought no one could be dumber than Bromar. I'm Nest, of the Ulfra clan, and that's my real name. I'm nothing like that nameless fool Bromar. I'll admit, getting caught was my mistake, but his men had the numbers. Bromar might be an oaf, but I can't deny he's got some talent for banditry.
If the Dalriada have so many Norse names and clan names, why do they all have Scots accents? So you're Nest.
Has Orla been worried about my absence? Sounds unlikely, but yes, that's me. Nest of the Ulfra clan. And that's my real name. I'm nothing like that nameless fool Bromar.
There's even no face we've seen a wanted poster for. Orla wants to know about her package.
That woman thinks only about business, doesn't she? Can't say I blame her. In times like these, everyone has to look after their own skin. They took everything I had, but I managed to hide Orla's package before they caught me. You can dig it up and take it to her. She'll pay you, and we'll be even. Consider it my thanks for freeing me.
Why did Bromar imprison you?
How should I know what rattles around in that empty skull of his? Maybe he liked what he saw and thought he could take me for himself. Not that he got very far. Dalriata women decide for themselves who they lie with. You can't take us by force. We bite. Literally. He probably thought if he kept me here long enough, I'd soften up. He's in for a rude awakening, because I'd sooner bite through my own wrists than fall for his posturing.
Who is nameless Bromar?
Ah, I see you don't know much about the Dalriata. No surprise there. Our elders keep us in the mountains, and the world seems to be forgetting about us. In the Dalriata, you have to earn your name. You choose a father, go through the trials, all of it. You need to prove yourself worthy of your clan. If you fail, you're not worthy of carrying a name. You get exiled. So, Bromar can call himself whatever he wants, but to me, he's a nobody.
So this brings up an interesting concept I've come across in the Henry Treece Viking novels of the Narmling. And it's not mentioned very much elsewhere. So I'm not sure if he came up with it. But the idea is that a Narmling is a man who has committed a crime so bad he is stripped of his name and cast out of Viking society, and no one's allowed to give him a name. That's why he's just a Narmling. And it would be a very rare that anyone would gain this status. I haven't looked into it historically to check the veracity of this concept, but it's an interesting one. You're free to go.
Finally. Someone with some sense in this den of idiots. Thanks. I'll heal up and head back to my people. You didn't happen to kill that big oaf hanging around outside, did ya? Bromar no face. Suits him, with that ugly mug of his.
I didn't see anyone like that round here.
Well, honour demands I kill the bastard, but I'll tend to my wounds first. Thanks for freeing me. You're alright, for a non-reata.
Now, this feels like we do have a bounty to kill him, and if she wants to kill him herself, she might help us to do that. Or we might find her dead body near him, or she might kill him and say she doesn't want the bounty and we can have it. But rescuing her may have helped us with him. Now, this lantern glistens like one of the protective lanterns. Presumably only so we can come in here and rescue her during the night without her getting killed by the wyrdness or going mad and attacking us. Which is also presumably why the other prisoner had a protective lantern by him as well. That's a different looking alchemy station. I like the way it looks. It looks more like a brewery. Let's see what we can make while we're here. Let's knock up a few of these. We'll go 2 of these. what I'm trying to do now is hoping that the crafting rolls even out and we begin to get a consistent potion quality so that we can equip larger sized stacks of potions. We are getting more and more of these. I think I'll hold off. No, I can try 2 more. There we go. Now, if we check up, there's a chest. If we check our map, she buried the stash over there, near the bear. So let's go open the chest first. Okay, now a little further this way. There we go. A spell of summon Grindelow. Oh, that's got to be rough. That's disturbingly within our capabilities, just about. Let's go get the treasure. That is a giant skull formed out of the rocks. It looks a little as if the rocks have grown up around it, but also it gives the impression it may have grown out of the stone itself. What's that? What is that? A soul stone. We're not playing an Elder Scrolls game. I know what it looks like, but even still, it's gonna function differently, okay? Okay, so amulet slot. Alright. In terms of time, is that the tower they referred to? It would make sense if it was, and it also makes sense if that's the Archspire. Maybe that portal needs to be just approached at night. But no, there's a button there with the sword icon on it. Bear should be over there on our left somewhere if we're not careful. Let's pluck some roses, as those are very nice for big healing potions. And while there are many roses in my garden, there aren't as many as there were a few weeks ago. Oh no, the bear's like over here, isn't he? That sort of area, which is why he's dangerously close to this. Also, there was something about redcaps in the patch notes. The way they moved or dodged, slightly different now. Something about their behaviour. I like the fact that, yeah, you turn round, mate. Die. There we go. Now, getting this mace going with its healing on kill has proved to be very helpful. It almost feels as if we're not taking any damage at all in some fights, but I imagine the mace is playing into that. So we've got a very good armor rating at the moment. It's almost 40%, it's over 40%. So I would suggest our armor is low enough that the damage the enemies are doing to us, certain enemies, is enough that this will heal us almost fully, if not fully, after a kill. There is the bear. Buy some metal. And I need to seek out the buried treasure. This could be it. Mysterious package for Orla. Excellent. We are working on that next level, but it's going to take a while. Do we go fight a bear? Weighs nothing? That can't be right. I mean, only because it's a quest item, obviously. Perhaps we should. Ah, but we can't dodge, so... yeah, that might be a really bad idea. Although, I don't think we're going to have much choice in the matter soon if we hang around here much longer. Let's move. And since we're back near her ladyship's place, we could go and take her the... seashells. While she may not sell seashells on the seashore, she may definitely receive them. Although I'll have to question continued involvement with her ladyship. We saw how she was with her husband, very overbearing, and we're literally in the silent protagonist role, so yeah, that might not end too well. Oh, but wait. Okay, I go, I give her the seashells, I come back outside, I go back to the arch spire and avoid the bear. I think I can do this. It may be easier to avoid the bear and come up the arch spire from the other direction. That would involve fighting the wicked men. Well, it's relatively safe at the moment, so I shouldn't come prepared for battle. Then again, most of the skirmishes we've engaged in haven't really been of battle-worthy proportions. Additionally, just like to point out, where are we? We have easily passed that 5,000 footstep mark, so the next time we rest at a campfire, we may have an option at the campfire to place the egg within it, or it may happen automatically. The hour is growing late. Well, since we're making a social call, let's remove our helm and at least make ourselves presentable. You know, shake out that hair a bit. We'll have to tuck it all away again afterwards anyway. And look, she even has roses growing outside her shithole cottage. I mean, this is a dump, right? A ruin. I'm not sure why she settled on this place. But here we are. Hello game. There we go. Well, no clothes for you today, but I found something else you might like. Or at least you should, given what you said before.
Ah, the seashells. Thank you. You know, this might be the most humble gift I've ever received, but it could also be the most precious. Truthfully, I was somewhat skeptical of whether you were actually listening to my ramblings.
I always listen to you, Alyssa, just like I listen to everyone else.
And for that, I am deeply grateful. I've always had the impression that Duncan became rather weary of my endless babble. Though, upon reflection, I confess I found his conversations equally tiresome. I'm sorry to cut this visit short, but there is something I simply must attend to as soon as possible. But I'd really love it if you visited again soon.
Well, we could go somewhere together, you know. If you aren't getting out that much, I can protect you.
Ah, that sounds delightful. Just make sure it's somewhere picturesque, hmm? The South is supposed to be famous for its breathtaking landscapes. But so far, the only thing that's taken my breath away is the smell of fish. Oh, I know. When we came here with Duncan, I noticed a lovely little terrace overlooking the sea. We could go there, make it a proper outing. Maybe a picnic. That sounds charmingly provincial, doesn't it? Ah, I can't wait. Please, let me know when you're ready to set out.
Right. That may have been a big mistake. But that's okay. I can simply not do the next part if I feel like I'm being locked into something bad. Speaking of something bad, we're setting out to... that's a very sort of monastic look, very sort of Sisters of Battle. Might be worth going for that if we get a bit more spirituality. Does spell power apply to healing? I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to click on the quest tab to just mark everything as seen, decided not to. That's iron. We should get it, but I should also make haste. Well, I can't really call it haste, can I? Then again, if we just keep... It did say Marg's quests plural, right? Implying he had more than one. And this definitely feels like something we should have done much earlier on in the game. Meaning, we won't expect the reward to be very large at this level, but the true reward would be leading to more quests in the future. Speaking of things that might be large at this level, it does appear that the weird creatures do level with us. The possessed people, corrupted by the weirdness, do not necessarily level with us, although it would be interesting if the weird corruption actually levels them up to our level from their current level a bit. And I don't mean gives them all the skills and powers, just like, you know, raises some base stats like health or damage or something. And there is a bear. But adventuring through the Weird Night towards the Archspire will hopefully help us close that gap of experience points. The worst thing that could possibly happen is that we take so long getting there that the sun rises again. I don't think that's likely, but if I spend too long trying to avoid dangers, like skirting around the bear, for example, then that's more likely to be an issue. That doesn't mean I should try and plow through things. It just means if I see something, I don't go too far out of my way to avoid it. So I'm going to angle up this way. At that rock, I will change direction and head back down towards the ruins where the stash was buried. I was going to call it treasure, but it's not really treasure, it's all as supplies. I believe we're relatively on track. Yep, so I want to go through here, around... bear, that way probably, that's too long. Right. I'm bearing left a little here, just to avoid the great third brute. The beast. course. If a great hunter might appear. So we want to stick left of this wall. Just press on. Keep the faith. Keep our courage. And now we're angling down a bit again. Oh, I see. I see them. I see two. Presumably. Oh, will-o'-the-wisps as well. I think it's coming. Oh, I think he's crossing the border and coming. Yeah, I think the border will protect us. Actually, alerts him. So much health. Oh, and we don't have our helmets anymore, do we? Oh, that's why. I was pressing the wrong button. That's why my healing potion didn't work. There. I like the way that it showed on the bar how full the bar needed to be for a light cast when failing. Okay, let's just nosh. And I'm thinking, right, Archspire's there, will-o'-wisps over here, and I don't really seem to have a good way to fight them apart from just take the hits. And now I suppose I'll get to find out if they always die when they attack. Or if it's only with the helmet. As it looks like. Okay, yeah. Oh shit, I don't have it with me either. Well, bugger. Got one. Okay. I wait for them to come in. One? I don't think so. No. Okay. Oop. I think I missed again. Okay, if I back up against a wall, right, then they don't... Oh, damn it, it went sideways. Right. I mean... how I should have kept my helmet. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to fight these. Oh. Look, I tackled one, okay? They bounce so far when they bounce. Oh, wait. Lifesteal, it doesn't reflect damage, okay? Haha! I think I got him. Oh no. Oh no! We're out of time. There he is. Those damn weird spirits led me a merry dance, I'll tell you that. No, we're just gonna... Oh, bugger. I'll have to come back the next night now. Unless this is it, right? Maybe it's just growing on these things. Oh, it's inside. Well, yeah, it's too late now. And I think I'll just head back to the keep. Looks like we didn't get a level today. Can probably make something though. And stash something, sell some things. Oh, I can totally hand this back. That'll probably level us. Right. And if we're going to level, something may very well happen before the end of the episode. Depends on if we have to rest. I shouldn't be picking all these because they may be covered in weird stuff come the night before. But I'm going to pick these anyway. In the hope of creating some glorious healing potions. Actually, that reminds me. Let's change that. What do we have that needs to go? This, obviously. Right. Now, for a while now, I've been putting off advancing the quest with Kendall's remains, because the conversation one of the conversations involves a very high amount of perception. If it was 5, I might go for it. 7? Nah, not going to happen anytime soon. I mean, essentially for that, I'd be talking at least 3 levels of putting stats into nothing else, and I need to increase endurance and spirituality and practicality badly, and probably strength in a while too. So, as it's not a crucial part of the quest, it does help give some sort of insight and helps make a decision. I might have to just decide that is not a part of the conversation I get to experience with this character. What I could blatantly do is go drink an origin potion, respec, do the conversation, drink another origin potion and respec back. That's entirely wasteful and not really worth it, as we only have 4 origin potions. Although I did drink an origin potion off camera, and all those people saying the origin potions stripped them of their permanent benefits from shrines and quests, I didn't see any permanent stripping. I still had the bonus point perception I had, the abilities that started a little bit higher were still a little bit higher. But I'd need to actually, drink a potion and respec the exact same way to see if there was a difference. For now, we're just lugging this package back to the merchant. And if Marg has quests I never experienced, it makes me wonder if there's anyone else I should go back to that might have quests for me. We should give Lady Alyssa some time to herself. You know what? There'll be slightly better footing on the road. And it might be a little less steep than the grass. It's not saying much though. We're nearly here. Nearly in the ruins of the Horns. I was going to say the castle, but it doesn't quite deserve that. Then again, medieval castles weren't actually that large. Not as large as Hollywood films make out, for example. Also, I am bothered that we don't have a single lore journal. We've read so many books and things with world lore so far, but we have absolutely none. It's to explore the world to uncover its secrets. I wonder if buying the sketch pad from Orla and sketching things will reveal secrets. Tell me about Timberwall.
You've never been to the merchant capital? Well, you didn't miss much. Yes, it's rich and extravagant, but only if you're rich and extravagant too. Other than that, it's a place like any other. The same pain and misery hiding behind gilded walls. It's not as exciting as people think. Or, well, maybe it is if you like living with a bunch of backstabbing crooks. Yeah, now I remember what I was thinking when I left that place.
I don't know, you seem to have taken the backstabbing crook with you. I sense there's a story behind these backstabbing crooks, and she'll say, yeah, not one I'm going to tell you about until you get my package, and then she might not tell me anyway, because we've already broached the subject.
Not really. It's more of a requirement if you ever want to be successful in Timberwall. My family is full of them.
I can believe that. I got your package from Nest.
That's the best news I've heard all week. Come on then, give it to me.
Are you not interested in what happened to Nest?
Not really. We were never friends, just reluctant business partners. Her problems are hers alone, just like mine are mine. As long as they don't affect our mutual interests. Besides, it's a dangerous business. I know you can't always avoid the risks.
Ah, you're all heart, lady. Here you go, here's your package.
Now that I think about it, since you managed to bring that package and Ness decided to ditch me, you might as well help with the next parts of the job.
This sounds dodgy. What do you mean exactly?
My client, you know who, wants the package delivered to a specific place. Once you're there, you'll use these very special arrows I'm about to give you and shoot the package from a safe distance. Regular
That sounds
arrows
very
won't do
dangerous.
the trick. And if you waste them before the job's done, I'll charge you for the next batch. These aren't gifts, they're tools.
And what will happen then?
Oh, come on. What do you think happens when you shoot flaming arrows at a mysterious package? Think for a second. Anyway, whatever opens up in front of you, check it out, and then tell me all about it. If I were you, I wouldn't touch anything. But if something catches your eye, well, maybe nobody will notice. Just make sure to open the passage.
Does the captain know about this?
What does he care? He pays me to get the job done. How I get it done and whose hands do the work, that's my business.
So you're not really at odds with the captain, he's just making it look that way to prevent suspicion. What do you think I might find inside?
Am I some kind of seer? I have no idea. The captain's my client, not my friend. But if the rumors about him cozying up to the Dalriada tribes are true, you might stumble upon something related to them. Maybe some long-lost artifacts. I haven't got a clue. Personally, I think the captain's just trying to suck up to them. That would be very much like him.
Right. Well, while we're here... Oh, looks like we haven't quite leveled yet. Okay, let's offload a little. I haven't put that in the stash yet. Okay. What about these special arrows she gave me? I'm going to presume it's fire arrows and not iron fire arrows. Would help to get a notification as to what she gave me. Fire arrows, 10 fire arrows, yes, okay. That's why I have so many of the non-iron ones.
Please, state your business.
I've been killing more bandits.
Oh, I see you still have blood on your hands. Excellent. Go
Right.
chop off some heads.
Let's go put that hammer in the stash. Maybe I should go back, talk to him, see if he's got some kind of quest for me. Nope. He's got nothing to say to me. I imagine Sigurbold doesn't have anything you'd say to me either. The Red Priest might. Cook. Physician. Wait, we're not. Okay, now. Package pyrolusite. A carefully wrapped package. Handle with utmost caution. Reminds me of the Pyre E from Tiger by Alfred. Is it Alfred Bester or Ivan Bester? I can't remember. I always get his name wrong. I think it's Alfred Bester. A powerful but slightly contentious science fiction novel because the hero forces himself sexually upon a character at one point to intimidate and bully them and make them cooperate with him in one of his plans. It's not very nice, it's quite nasty. I'm not sure how evocative that particular scene is. You know, it's probably not that heavily described. But it's probably one of the reasons why it's never been turned into a film. Which is interesting. You'd think it would be turned into a film because the main character is black. And that's probably why it wouldn't be turned into a film these days, because of a black man doing that to a woman without her consent. These days, people get very fussy about that kind of thing. And in all fairness, it's a horrible thing, right? He's not a hero. He is the main character of the story. He does bad things sometimes. But he also achieves some very good things, despite. And he's not a bad person because he's a black man. He's just sometimes a bit bad, right? Anyway, in that story, Pyre E is a incredibly powerful explosive that is triggered by telekinesis. No, by telepathy. You need to think it to explode. It's going to be a while, isn't it? We're going to have to find another way to level. Probably go out and find a few fools to fight. Hello. I would like to sell you these 4 things. Actually, wait. There we go. There's a lot of throwing knives in use in this game in Early Act 1, I've noticed. I don't just mean because we fight a lot, it's just the enemies do seem to use them frequently if you back up a bit. So maybe we should consider something similar. Oh, right, yeah. I know what I should be doing. I should be visiting the stash, where I intend to pick up the Fawned Helmet. Which means I'm really, or I'm just really wanting to level practicality. Okay, I level practicality. Endurance can wait a little. But we still need to find those few experience points to level. And I have an itchy shoulder. Okay. That might just have to wait till the next episode at this point. What can we do? I have to open a passage to the second part of the Broch using fire in a package from Nest. Wait, the Broch over here where the ogre lives? Yeah, okay. But couldn't I just... I can walk around this place anyway. What second part? That's not blocked off, you just have to walk around it a bit. Unless it's some sort of underground location. We do have the Smuggler's Bay dungeon to explore at some point as well. I should probably do that soon. I should also probably just end the episode here. I think I've played a decent amount of time. But I'm going to stash first. Armor. I could probably just upgrade the horn helmet a lot. I should also probably just stash this, but it doesn't weigh very much. Would be nice to wear one of these soon. We should just upgrade this, or... Now this I do not like, right? It's not comparing to the weapon anymore, it's comparing to the shield. And if I click... Right, if I click on the shield, it's comparing to the shield, right? If I click on the weapon, it's still comparing to the shield. That did not happen before. It's making it harder to compare to the weapon. Because, yes, I see the damage result is different, but I don't see these special weapon abilities I would be losing by replacing it. Would also be nice to... Alright, yeah, okay. To compare to the hammer of massive crushing. So obviously less needs more strength. Honestly, 36 to 38, 7, 32 to... Yeah, that's +4 though. This looks suspiciously like the model for the stone sword, with a retextured icon, but the actual base model, given that the 200 axes have been virtually all the same shape, so that's a 7... 30 to 33, killing makes a sack, so their stamina. Okay, we don't have any obvious upgrades. What's this? No, you just get to stay there, so we can compare. Right. I'm going to end this episode here then. I think we've come to a natural good stopping point. In which case, I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Bye for now, cheerio everyone, and see you all soon.